Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Major HIT-45T G5. This is a template guide for Porter Cable, DeWalt, and newer model Craftsman routers. This is a template guide and a lock nut is what it is. Every router is going to have a base. Every hand router will have a base. Through the hole in the base is where the router bit will go. But through that hole is where the guide will go, and then you'll insert this through the bottom of the base, and the lock nut will come in through at the top of the base, and you will just literally tighten that together. This guide is what's necessary for you to take your router and mortise something so that the router bit doesn't touch the outside edge of where you do not want the router bit to go. The diameter of the router bit guide is a very important part of the formula of how large the template is when you are mortising for something. So when you are going to be using, in the case of Major, it will be a template that's already been manufactured, and they've already done the math. They've said, here's the diameter of bit you need. Here's the outside diameter of the router guide. And then here's, not that they tell you this, but their template, that's how large, how deep, and how wide they've compensated in the template to allow for not only the bit diameter, but of course the diameter of the router guide. What's important to know about this, it may not be important to know about this at all because you might just be picking up this part number as a requirement for the template that you're using. But this is a 3/8. This is, my caliper says 0.374, so 3/8 of an inch. The ID of this, 0.278, so that's going to take your 1/4 inch bit. The projection, this is not that important, but it's nice to know, I suppose, is 0.306 from here to here. Okay. Let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at some supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, here's the item that we are looking at. Let's take a look at the photographs that we have posted down below as well. There's the packaging, the entire unit, profile view, the pieces separated, close-up of the knurled lock ring, the underside of the template itself, the bottom of that base, and then showing you more of what that would look like turned upside down. All right, now extended description information is here. Template guide for Porter Cable, DeWalt, and newer model Craftsman routers. Older model Craftsman routers, I think they're saying, hey, if you've got one from the 1960s, this probably won't work. I have a personal preference to DeWalt. To Porter Cable, and if it's not Porter Cable, I'll use a DeWalt router. Sometimes I can find a higher horsepower petite version in a DeWalt router, but these are the two that I've always used. I just find Porter Cable is pretty compatible when it comes to door work, and it's because Porter Cable has historically made tools for prepping hinges and mortise pockets in doors. In prepping doors for hardware. 3/8 OD, 1/4 inch diameter bit is what you're going to use to go through this guide. Sold as each. When you buy one, we'll ship you one. There are instructions here. Now this is it's more of a cut sheet, I would say, but they do talk about template guides for use on commercial duty routers, and then they give you the dimensions. Yeah, so the 45T G5 is the one we're working with. And you can see that there are indeed different units for different applications and different routers as well. Now there's also a link here to the product brochure, and that's handy because it's going to show you the tools that it works with. So the HIT-45 system, this is a modular system that you will clamp that onto the door, and you'll be able to do your pocket prep, you'll be able to do your function hole prep, your router guides, and then your bits are here. So we're dealing with the 1/4 inch, and this client indeed did buy 2 each of the 45 RB4 special single flute 1/4 inch diameter down shear router bit used to route openings in aluminum doors and frames. To be sure, Major has done a lot of thinking about the right bit based on the method of how you're prepping the frame, what materials being prepped, and what tools are being used. This you'll notice that you've got really great, much better success when you're using the bit that the manufacturer has engineered for it. Aluminum is what that's made for. And then they get into the different kits of material where you're going to find, you know, this is where you're going to use this stuff. You need a router guide, you need router bits. Well, these are the tools that you'll use those in, is what I'm driving at. Where appropriate, I should say. And the HIT 45 platform is part of this platform. I've got lots of videos on this material that you can dive into as well, should the desire strike. There's a link below this video as seen here to the manufacturer's page, and from here you can pull up not only all of the Major products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I would most certainly recommend a review of the product catalog, meaning if you're looking for a router guide, you probably would like to be familiar with everything that Major offers, because they have a comprehensive offering of scores of pages of tools meant to help you prep wood, steel, aluminum, fiberglass, stainless, bronze, whatever the door is made of. They've got tools that will aid in that, to that end. They also have a large offering of security hardware as well, and it's indeed in the beginning or the initial third of the catalog or so. So if you are a locksmith or someone who integrates security hardware for a client or a client base, you'll want to be familiar with what they have. Like every manufacturer who makes tools and products for the locksmithing industry, Major has something unique that no one else has. Regardless of the company, they all have something unique. Major's like that. So you might find something here that you were not aware of as an available product that might just suit a need really well. Client might call you with a problem and you might say, yep, Major's got that. I can do this job. So there we go. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. In conclusion, a pretty decent, no-nonsense type of outfit Major is. These gentlemen understand the product line of what they sell. I have called them lots of times because I couldn't figure it out, and they knew it at the drop of a hat. That's to be sure. They engineer the material. They have tested and used the material. They've manufactured the material, so they know the job very, very well. They connect with the locksmithing industry in that regard because they know what the average locksmith is going to encounter when they go to prep something, and that design flows through their product offering. Any questions on the HIT 45 TG5 router guide or any other Major product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.